What number is that?
2.
Oh, good job. Oh, there. Sit down. Sit down.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? First and foremost, welcome to Expedition Africa here at Lowry Park Zoo. Please note that during our journey into Africa, in the event of an emergency, exits are to your left and to your right. Also, in the event of an emergency, if you look under your bench, you will find an emergency flotation device, as well as a pamphlet guiding what to do in such cases. Please note that there is no open food or drinks during our journey. Also note that if you have small children, make sure they are in the center between 2 adults or in your lap, but never on the outside row. Also, please stay seated the entirety of our journey, and please don't jump out of a moving tram. Please note that if you lose your hat, your glasses, your cameras, your iPads, your iPhones, or iPad pen things, or anything Apple product out of the tram, we will have one of our trained associates get it for you. Please do not try to get it yourself. Other than that, thank you so much for listening to me and enjoying Expedition Africa here at Lowry Park Zoo. The tram will be leaving in exactly 4 minutes.
4?
Go, but I'm going to run through those rules one more time. Please stay seated. Please don't jump out of the moving tram. Keep your kids secure, and if you lose any of your stuff out of the vehicle, we'll have one of our guys get it for you. Other than that, are you folks ready to go?
Ready!
Okay, that was terrible. Let's look at it this way. When I start moving, there's going to be this nice cool breeze that cuts through the tram. So let's try it again. Are you folks ready to go?
Yes!
Here we go.
Okay.
There.
I see you. I see everything. You can't hide from me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we take off, coming up first and foremost to our right, we're going to have some monkeys. Oh, yeah. Lowry Park Zoo loves the monkeys. Now, we're going to have 2 different species of monkeys in there, so let's keep our eyes peeled and see which one we see first. All right, the first one I spotted is right there on top of that palm tree, and there's one on his little platform right here, having lunch. Now, they're going to have a white tummy with a goldish back and a gray shoulders. Those are called the Potus monkeys. Now, the Potus monkeys are the world's fastest monkey. They can move at speeds of around 35 miles per hour. And they're very sociable, too, moving in groups of 60 to 75, though most of those are all females. Now, there is a second species of monkey in here, and oh, there he is. He's going to have a black back. He's very difficult to see, but he's in the top of this palm tree here. Now, that is called the wolf's guanan monkey. Now, the wolf's guanan monkey is extremely antisocial, borderline emo. They grow up in what is called a nuclear family that consists of the parents, the siblings, their mates, and that is it for the rest of their lives. So, by the time they're 35 years old, they're still going to be living in your basement.
Yeah, we got one of those.
Alright folks, so we're going to have to take a momentary stop. That's so that big old gate can close behind us. If you've ever seen Jurassic Park, you know why. But to keep you entertained, we have a waterfall. Alright, so coming up to our left, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have the greater kudu. Now, the greater kudu are one of the largest species of the forest antelope. And can anyone guess which one the male is? Yeah, that's right. That's that big boy there with the horns. Now, he can exceed over 700 pounds, and his horns or antlers can reach over 47 inches in length. Now, if you look, and you might spot her sticking her head out, we have a newest addition to the family. She's teeny tiny, and she is only 12 days old. That's how young she is. But she is absolutely adorable. And also, if you look to your right real quick, you'll see the kudu house. It's got a rustic, shabby chic tin roof, feng shui offbeat red, filled wall to wall with IKEA. It is very nice in there.
Bye, kudu.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now I spotted them as soon as we were coming in. Sometimes they're always in a different spot. They're right there on the ground. There's about 20 of them. Those are ants. Now those are the official ants of Lowry Park Zoo. gentlemen, now coming up to our left, right over here, you are going to see the eastern bongo, also known as the mountain bongo. Now that is our one male. His name is Quito. Now if you folks, oh yeah, he's also one of the largest species of forest antelope as well. Believe it or not though, there's only estimated to be about 100 bongos left in the wild. That is how endangered they are. But fortunately, Lowry Park Zoo recently acquired a female, and we are going to diligently try to save that species. So let's hope when they meet, the sparks fly. Now we have a bird directly in the middle of the road. And see, now I've only been driving for a week and they warned me this bird's going to try it. He does it to all the new employees. Go on. Please go. Don't fluff up, Mippy. Don't. There he goes. Now what's over here is the East African crown crane. And they get the crown on their name because of the gold plume above their head resembles a crown. Also, they're known as the walking fossils. Their records have dated back to over 50 million years. So their ancestors were party rocking with the T-Rex. Now also, if you look to the right, you might have difficulty spotting them, but they are in there. They're called the Marshall Eagles. They're one of the largest avian African predators. They have 3 times out the human eyesight, over a 6-foot wingspan, and their talons or claws are strong enough to break a full-grown man's arm. And they've been known to fly away with prey that weighs around 40 pounds. So that means they can fly away with that little boy in the front row in the brown shirt.
Si Reed daw.
Ha?
Kahit daw bitbitin si Reed.
Hindi pwede.
Mom said no way.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now this is going to be our third and final stop. From here on, it's smooth sailing, but that gives me a chance to give you a bit of an over-the-top dramatic build-up for what we're about to see next, because it is my personal favorite at Lowry Park Zoo. And if you've never heard of them, you are in for a treat. They are called the Okapi. Now the Okapi have the head of a giraffe, the miniaturized chocolate brown body of a horse, and the black and white striped legs of a zebra. And honestly, you'd be forgiven for thinking they were made in a lab somewhere. But they're actually discovered in 1901 in Democratic Republic of Congo. Their tongues are over 14 inches in length. They can clean their nose, eyes, ears, and even swat flies off the back of their heads with it. Big bump coming up. There you go. Hang on. They can exceed over 700 pounds, and the females are the larger of the species. And here they are, right on our left-hand side.
Oh, there's a small. That's an adopted.
No stripes yet.
Also coming up to our left, they're very close in proximity. Way up against this back fence line
there.
here, you're going to see our cheetah.
Honey.
Now he's taking a cat nap right now, no pun intended. Now the cheetah can run in excess of over 70 miles per hour. They can actually go from 0 to 30 in under a second. Now a big reason for that is they're one of the few felines that cannot retract their claws. They're always out. They look also like they're always crying black tears, but that's actually their version of what we wear sunglasses for. It helps with sun glare, and it makes them a much more efficient hunter. And I don't care what those commercials say they don't like Cheetos. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now coming up to our left, you can see a very sturdy structure. That is our rhino night house. Here at Lowry Park Zoo, we call it Bomo, which is Swahili for shelter. And inside, you might spot a rhino, a white rhino to be exact. Now, ooh, God, that smells terrible. That's called tour guide musk. It's a new scent. You can buy it up front. You see a white rhino in there. Now, he's obviously not white. That comes from the African's word vet, meaning wide, referring to their extremely wide lip. Though through many years of mistranslation, wide was mistranslated as white, and over the years, the name kind of just stuck. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was your magic school bus moment.
Take a look, it's in our book, it's reading rainbow. I can do anything.
Thank you so much. Alright, so coming up to our left, you're also going to see a lot more rhino, including our zebras mixed in. I'm going to talk about the zebras first. Those are called the imperial zebra. They're the largest of the zebra family. And believe it or not, there's no such things as black stripes on a white zebra. They're all dark brown. And if you ever stop and study those stripe patterns, especially on their hind legs, and then immediately look at your thumbprint, you will see a similar pattern. That is because it's the same principle. Their stripes are to them what our fingerprints are to us. Now back over to the rhinos. Fully grown, they can get around 6,000 pounds. They are the second largest land mammal, only behind the elephant. They can run at about 40 miles per hour. Their skin is around 1 inch thick, and their horns are made of keratin, just like our hair and fingernails. So in the unfortunate event it ever breaks off, it will grow back. Actually, you guys want to hear an awesome story? This is a true story. I'm going to break my spiel for a second. If you notice there's a big pile of hay right there, well, usually the rhinos will be there around 2 or 3 o'clock. Sometimes, I don't know. But that's where they'll eat sometimes. So anyway, I was going by Lowry and taking their pictures, and one of the girl rhinos had her butt right up to the fence. And of all time, she decided to fart or poop. And everybody in the second tug and the second, third, and fourth row got completely stackled. And it was the single greatest moment of my life. And every opportunity given, I will always tell that story. It was fantastic. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, coming up to our right, we got some elephants. Oh yeah, elephants. These are the African elephants to be exact. And now that little girl right there next to her mommy, she just recently celebrated her second birthday. She had a birthday cake and all. I believe it was vegetable. And now our entire herd of elephants, including the one here on the left, over there, that's our male, they were actually rescued from the Kingdom of Swaziland in southern Africa after they were slated to be killed due to overpopulation. But fortunately, Lowry Park Zoo and the San Diego Zoo stepped in and we were able to save every single one of them. Also, the African elephant, fully grown, can reach 5 to 7 tons. Our biggest would be Stulda over here, our male on the left. He weighs in at around 9,300 pounds. Wow. Now, while I do have a second, I will touch briefly on the giraffes over there, as well as our giraffe feeding platform. If you guys didn't know, you can feed the giraffes here. Can't do that at Busch Gardens. Giraffes fully grown can reach anywhere from 15 to 17 feet tall, and they also have 7 vertebrae in their neck, just like humans do. Anyway, back to the elephants. Now, their trunks actually have over 150,000 muscles compared to your body, which only has around 600. Also, they don't use it to drink from. A lot of people think that. Though they can hold up to 30 gallons of water, but ultimately they have to spray it in their mouths to drink.
He's sleeping.
Alright folks, so what we are passing through now is our elephant transfer gate, and to your left will be the elephant night house / barn. Now this is where they go in for the evening. Now combined it was a $3 million structure. It can withstand hurricane weather. In the event of a hurricane, it can also house all of our giraffes. It has 6 massive indoor holding pens, 2 outdoor holding pens, 2 industrial scales to weigh the elephants. It is climate controlled and it has a 60-inch flat screen TV. Ooh, okay, you guys are in for a treat. I gotta take a left here, but this gate is very rarely ever open, but on the other side of this gate, you will be able to spot our panda. Yeah, he's still there. So yeah, actually, you're in for a treat. You'll probably be the first tour guide to see him today, so take a picture if you want.
There's the panda.
Silly!
Alright folks, now coming up to our left, you're going to see our giraffe night house, and it looks like one of the giraffes are still home today. Now the structure is over 19 feet tall, and as you can clearly see, it can comfortably accommodate all of our giraffes. Oh, he's just going to walk with us. He usually does.
Good
I have no more food for you. There, it's right there. Look at that food.
Hindi abot.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now everything on the tour from this point until the very end is going to be on our left-hand side. And what we are approaching